Hey everyone, this is Prabodh and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss my approach for this problem College Life 4 from this contest March Challenge 2021. The problem statement is there are n number of friends and uh, the canteen serves only 3 items: omelette, milkshake and cake. Their prices are A, B and C respectively. Okay. There are E eggs and H chocolate bar left in the canteen. For making an omelette, we require 2 eggs. For milkshake, we require 3 chocolates. And for making cake, we require 1 egg and 1 chocolate. Now we want to order n number of items and we want to find the smallest possible total price that we will be paying if we order this n number of items. And if it is not possible to prepare n items, then we will just return -1. Okay. So you see here the omelette and milkshake, these two items are independent of each other because for making an omelette we require 2 eggs or just eggs, and we for making the milkshake we require only chocolates, isn't it? But for making the cake we require both eggs and chocolates. So this cake is actually depending on how many omelettes or how many milkshake that we'll be buying. So what we can do, we'll just fix the number of cakes that we'll be buying. So for example, let's say we'll buy X number of cakes. So then we have to order n minus X number of either omelette, milkshake or both, whichever is the cheaper, isn't it? Uh, then in next iteration, what we can do, we'll decrease the number of cakes. So as we decrease the number of cakes, the available number of eggs and chocolates will increase by 1, isn't it? So with those available eggs and chocolates, we can order again either omelette, milkshake or both, whichever is the cheaper. And in this fashion we'll just decrease the number of cakes, and in this fashion we'll considering all the possible combination of omelette, milkshake and cake, and for each combination we'll be having some price, right? And we'll store that price, and whichever is the least price for whichever pattern or whichever combination, that will be our answer, right? So let's take an example so that it will be clear to you what I am saying. So in this example, we have to order 4 items. Then number of eggs are 5, number of chocolates are 5, price of omelette is 1, price of milkshake is 2, and price of cake is, let's say, 3. So our equation is number of items, that is n, is equals to number of omelettes plus number of milkshake plus number of cakes. So in this case number of items that we have to order is 4. So as I said earlier, we will fix the number of cakes that we will be buying, right? So initially we'll try to buy maximum number of cake. uh, okay, so maximum number of cakes will be equals to minimum of available eggs, available chocolates, and order that number of order that we have to place. We can understand why this E and C, because uh, for making and for making the cake we require 1 egg and 1 chocolate. So maximum we can make minimum of eggs or chocolate, right? But why this n? So in this example you can see we have five number of eggs and 5 number of chocolates. So maximum we can actually make 5 cakes, but our requirement is of just ordering 4 items, right? So why to just wasting that one iteration? In this example it's just one iteration, but for example let's say we have 100 eggs and 100 cakes, 100 chocolates, sorry. So in that case we can actually make 100 number of cakes, right? But let's say in that case our requirement is of just 2, then in that case we'll be just wasting 98 iterations, right? So that's why I am considering this condition. So in this case maximum how many cakes we can make? 4. So available number of eggs will be 1 because there are 5 eggs, so 5 minus 4 is 1, and available chocolates now will be 1. So if I am having uh, 4 cakes, in this case I don't need to buy anything else. right? So my price will be 4 times 3 because price of cake is 3, so it's 12. So I'll be storing this answer or price for this combination in this variable answer, and I'm initializing my answer with large number infinity. So now which is smaller, 12 or infinity? So 12, so we'll store 12 over here. Now I am decreasing cake by 1, so it's 3. So available eggs will be 2 and available chocolates will be 2. So now with available eggs I can make one omelette, and with available chocolates I can make 0 milkshake. So again, we have 3 cakes, and now we want to buy one more item, either egg or either omelette or either milkshake. So now here we will see which one is cheaper. So you can see omelette is cheaper, so I'll try to buy more number of omelettes. So I need to buy one omelette now, and for this iteration I can have one omelette, so I'll just add one over here and 0 milkshake. So for this case my price will be 1 times 1 plus 3 times 3. So it's 9 plus 1, 10, right? So which is smaller, 12 or 10? 10. So 10 over here. Now again decreasing the number of cakes. So 2 cakes. So I'll be having 3 eggs and 3 chocolates. So now I can make one omelette and one milkshake, right? So now 2 cakes are fixed. Now I want to buy 2 more items, so I can buy either omelette or milkshake, but you can see I can have maximum one omelette right now, and I want to buy 2 more items, so I have to consider both these things, right? So I'll be considering 1 and 1. So now my price will be 1 times 1 plus 1 times 1, 2 plus 2 times 3. So it's 3 to the 6 plus 2 8 and 9. So 10 and 9, which is smaller? 9. So I'll store 9. Now decreasing number of cakes. So 1, eggs will be 4 and chocolates will be 4. So now I can have 2 omelettes because there are 4 number of eggs, and again I can have only one milkshake because there are 4 number of chocolates. So now number of cakes are 1, and now I have to add 3 items more. So again in this condition I have to consider both these things. So 2 plus 1. So now my price will be 2 times 1 plus 1 times 2 plus 1 times 3. So it's 3 plus 2 5 plus 2 7. So which is smaller, 9 or 7? So 7. Now I'll decrease cake by 1, so 0 cakes. So I'll be having 5 eggs and 5 chocolates. So I can have 2 eggs, 2 omelets, and again 1 chocolate, 1 milkshake. Okay, so in this case 0. So here you can see even if I'll consider both omelette and milkshake, I cannot have 4 items to order. So in this case our price will be infinity because we cannot buy anything, or actually we cannot have given number of uh, items that we have to order. So our price will be infinity. So which is smaller, 7 or infinity? 7. And now uh, we already have considered all the possible combinations of omelette, milkshake and cake, and final answer that we are having is 7. So let's check. So this was the example, and for this example we have 7 as our answer, and you can see it's right. Okay, so this is how we have to approach for this problem. So let's jump to the coding part. So number of test cases. For each test case, they are providing us number of items that we have to order, number of eggs, number of chocolates, price of omelette, price of milkshake, and price of cake. Okay. As I said earlier, I'll be initializing my answer with infinity. Then initially I'll be having maximum number of cake possible, so minimum of E, H, and N. So here N is actually number of chocolates. I was using capital C for number of chocolates, so don't get confused. So if my number of cakes that I am buying is less than N, so in that case, I'll have to buy either omelette, milkshake, or both of them, whichever is the cheaper. So I'm considering that case over here. And if it is not possible for me to order total n number of items, then I'm just taking my price as equals to infinity. Here I'm checking if omelette is cheap. If omelette is cheap, then I'll try to consider as much omelette as possible, and remaining milkshake, and vice versa over here. If milkshake is cheaper, then I am considering as many milkshake as possible and remaining omelettes. Okay, and finally I'm storing my answer over here, minimum of answer and this. And finally I'm just checking if my answer is infinity, which indicates that there was no combination for which this condition holds. Okay, so if that's the case, then I'll just print -1, which just show that there is no combination for which we can buy an items. And if it's not the case, then we'll just print our answer. Okay, so let's try to run our code. Okay, submit. Okay, so we got correct answer. So that's all for this video. So if you have any doubts, just let me know in the comment section. And if you like this video, then just hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.